Let's predict the win totals for every team in Major League Baseball this season. We are looking at the over-unders on DraftKings, and we are going to tell you whether or not we think that you're going to bet the over or you're going to take the under. We're not sponsored, but hey, if you want to sponsor us, please reach out. We are happy to take your money for some sponsorship. Shout out to all the subscribers. Make sure you are subscribed to the Windup. We are going to be flooding your timelines with baseball content over the next couple weeks before opening day. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. And without further ado, James, let's talk about one of your favorite teams. I know we were talking about their under big time before, but it's moved a little bit. The Arizona Diamondbacks at 79.5. What are you thinking?
Yeah, this line opened up in the low 80s, and I think that was a smash under. I think the public has now moved with us. I'd still take the under on this. I think this team has wicked bust potential. I think this is a much hairier bet now at this exact moment, but there's so many things that can go wrong for this team, and there's so many ways they can, again, go wrong.
Yeah, I do really see kind of their ceiling right now, especially because Corbin Carroll injury, it's going to affect them. And if for some reason it affects them longer than we even expect, that's going to hurt this team. Ketel Marte, as much as we love him as one of the top players in baseball, he's very injury prone. If Ketel Marte misses a month, this team can't win 80 games. It's not possible. Geraldo Perdomo played at an MVP level last year, and this team, I don't think, won 80 games, or they just finished at 80. Like, this feels almost impossible for them. I know last year was a down year, and it was a bit of a surprise, but when you do look around at the guys who gave you career seasons, what if they don't do that again? What if they just play at their 90th percent that they did last year? I don't see them going over 79.5 at this exact moment.
It's also like last year, you had Corbin Burns for 2 months? You had your top relievers for a month each, Justin Martinez and AJ Puck. Do you get those guys for more or less than that this season?
Like, I probably about the same, if anything, honestly. So to me, this is an under, but it has gotten closer.
But I think this is still probably one of the easiest ones on the board.
The Athletics, 75.5. Oh, this one is tight because I know me and you are big A's guys. We're big believers. When we drop our fun team tier list, they're going to be towards the top. This is my West Coast team that I'm watching every single night. But man, 75.5 is about as good of a line as you're going to see on this.
Unbelievably good. This is almost a bet about what you think of the other AL West contenders. Like, how good do you think the Astros and the Rangers are? Do you think the Angels will be just a bad team or like a miserably bad team or a frisky team? It's kind of everything's in play here for this. And I still think I'd go slightly under for this.
Whoa,
it's close.
Okay.
I mean, I see 75 I see as like the sweet spot, which is why it's, of course, a great line. To see them get 76, 77, 78 wins, a lot of things have to go right with their pitching. That's hard. It's hard to foresee at this moment.
Yeah, that's the problem, is the pitching for them. That being said, I'm still going over. This is a vibes bet for me. I don't know if this is the right decision, but vibes-wise, I'm drinking the A's Kool-Aid going into this season. I do think that there's a world where they're a 76, 77, 78 win team. I'd love to see them crack the 80s, but that, again, when we're talking about where you're going to be putting your money and what you're picking, I can see them being 76 more than I see them being 74. I ultimately see them being 75.
They were precisely 76 last season.
Yeah, and I think they're better. I do. I think they're a better team. That's why I'm like, I'm going to go with the over on the A's.
All right, fair. Fair is fair.
Atlanta Braves are up next, 87.5. I'll tell you this, it's another great line. It's another fantastic line. This one's tight, too. I think like 100th percentile outcome, obviously the Braves are going over on this. I think 90th percentile outcome, they're going over. I think even 80th percentile outcome, they're going over. The problem is we saw them go under so hard last year, and we're starting to get little previews and peeks into what the Brave season could look like this year, and there's a lot of similarities.
I just don't know how, like similar to what you said, how close the Braves come to this number. I see them blowing past it or coming nowhere close to it. And it's kind of like betting disaster or betting the team to just be a juggernaut. And maybe it's just because we hate them. Like I might bet, I lean towards disaster, but I can see this line trickling down a little bit more. If you get this at an 85 at some point,
it's an over.
Yeah, which is funny, but which is the opposite of what we're saying because we see them going way under or way over. But just to give yourself a little bit more wiggle room down there. This is the first one where I'm starting to think over a little bit. I think that we're letting last year seep into our brains a lot. I know this roster is still deeply flawed and really a disaster. A full year of Ronald Acuna Jr. will be a big deal. Chris Sale possibly not breaking a rib could be a big deal. I struggle to believe the witch is dead.
Yeah, I think that's also, again, like we hate the Braves, but also at the same time, we know exactly what they can and can't do. This would be an 11-win improvement or 12-win improvement because it's at 87.5.
You almost have to throw last year away. It's a data point, but you can't really bake. Like, I understand talking about last year with like the Athletics and maybe even with teams like with
But
Diamondbacks.
Is there just a world that we're just a little delayed to maybe they're just not that Braves team? I'm telling you this, I'm taking the under.
I would do the over, and I'll explain a little bit more as we get to some other teams in this division later on.
Yes, but I do think this shows you how good of a line it is. When me and James, I think, are disagreeing,
Split.
it's like, oh my God, what are we doing here with this one?
If this one moves 2 wins, that's when you got to really pay attention.
Yeah. Baltimore Orioles, 85.5. Oh, man.
This one's similar to me with the last Braves one, where it's like, I'm not really thinking about last season's results necessarily. I'm just kind of thinking about the way this team's going into the year and the way they were the last few years and what we're seeing so far. This one's an over for me.
I lean over. I favor that one. I lean over is crazy for me to say. I tend to pick the over more on this one. Again, 75 wins last year. Added Pete Alonso. Do have more pitching depth. The pitching should be better than it was last year. Gunnar Henderson surely going to be better than he was last year. And even as crazy as this sounds, old man Adley surely has to be better than he was last year. I think this team's in for an improvement. I don't see them as a 90-win team, though. So this is another one where I feel like it's a little bit razor thin, but I can see them like 86, 87 wins for the season, so I would take the over.
I think I'm seeing them as a 90-win team. I'm not even kidding. I'm really drinking the Kool-Aid in a lot of this roster. I'm starting to get...
No Westberg, though, doesn't scare you a little bit? The fact that no Westberg,
it scares
no
me
Holiday?
a ton. But like Westberg, this is who Westberg is right now. And Holiday wasn't exactly a very productive player for them last year. I think that Blaze Alexander's a nice, casual, solid, sturdy big leaguer. I think the league sleeps on Taylor Ward a lot.
That's fair.
I think he's just a very, very good player, and I'm really starting to get myself more in on Shane Baz. It's starting to happen.
Okay.
Naturally speaking, like this is an over for me.
Starting to believe. All right, I'm going with the over as well, but not as heavy as I am as James is. Moving on, staying in the division, Boston Red Sox up next, 87.5 wins. You guys know where I'm going with this. I'm going over. I'm so in on the Red Sox this year. I love this roster. I love the pitching. I love the bullpen. Everything about it. I think the Red Sox could be a 90-win team this year. Would not surprise me at all. So I will be taking the over quick and easy on that one.
They were 89 last year. It's funny to me how different the roster construction is on the Red Sox compared to the Braves. Now these numbers are exactly the same.
Yeah, like I trust the Red Sox way more than I do the Braves. I think the Red Sox, like if they go under it, it's going to be like 85. Where again, we talked about the Braves, like they could just be 76 wins again.
Yeah, the Red Sox though is weird to me. I've been skeptical of this lineup as we've moved through the entire offseason, but I'm just so devoutly in love with that pitching staff. Like I just don't know how they get way under this line, but that division is really good. Like this is again,
that division's really good. And they had 89 wins last year.
Yeah, they weren't even really that good last year.
They were better this year, I think. I think it's a better team than last year. Just from that alone, I have to take the over.
But thinking about like the little ways teams win games and you go over on these bets or go under on these bets, how nasty Aroldis Chapman was last year, right?
Sure, yes. They basically didn't lose a game when he came in.
So him going naturally from like a 1.1 ERA to a 3.0 ERA, that right there could be 3 wins.
Yeah, could be the difference of 3 wins. Yeah. I could also raise you one and be like, hey, Wilson Contreras is going to be playing first base every day. They had basically nobody at that position for a good chunk of last year.
Romy against the lefties. Don't you shut on Romy
still there. Romy's still there. He's not going anywhere.
Damn right he is. He's not going anywhere. He's injured right now, but yeah, he's got a shoulder thing. Slide over, but I'm not as gung-ho about this as you are.
Yeah, I definitely am a little bit more. I will tell you right now, this next one is my favorite over. It's the Chicago Cubs, 88.5 wins. Last year, they won, close to 90 games? Did they win 90 games? Yeah, they were 92-70 last year, the Cubs. I think this team is way better than they were last year. I think the Brewers are worse. I think the Reds are worse. I don't think, the Pirates got better, I guess. Technically, the Cardinals are worse. It just seems like the Cubs are an easy 90-win team this year to me. This is by far my favorite over. This is my hammer pick.
I kind of agree with you on this one. This is one, and again, we get accused of being Cubs haters all the time. I think the Cubs could flirt with 100 wins this year. I'm not even kidding about 100%. That. I think this is a pretty easy line. I think this is just natural, though. These bookmakers don't often like to give teams the 90s, especially this year. Like we're going to go through. You guys are going to hear 89.5 to 81.5 for more than half the teams in the league.
But I really do think the Cubs are such a. Again, so far this is my easiest over.
I think so too. Besides, Diamondbacks are the easiest under, but I think this Cubs even might be the easiest bet that we've had so far.
Like, they won 92 games in a division that had 3 playoff teams last year. They got better, and the Brewers won 97. The Brewers just aren't winning 97 games this year.
I'll push back a tiny bit on the Cubs getting better. They lost Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, but Bregman plus Cabrera plus that bullpen improved. I think they are a better team than they were last year. The lineup may not be as strong.
Cubs bullpen was cranking by midseason. That bullpen was a decent bullpen as the season got going. They're a bit better now. I mean, they're better because of Hunter Harvey and Phil Maton. Now they have a full season of Caleb Thielbar. It's not really Murderer's Row.
No, of course not. Yeah.
So I'm saying, like,
got your boy Edward.
Yeah, no, I love my guy Edward right there. I think Edward's going to be great, but like. Edward, we talked about this before. They did get Edward for the playoffs, really more so in the regular season.
Yes, yeah.
But I still think this team's a steady over. But I'm pushing the brakes on how much better this team got when they lost Kyle Tucker.
Okay, fair.
I think you've been running with that. They lost Kyle Tucker.
James does still have to hate the Cubs a little bit.
A little bit, just enough. I'm saying they're going strong over.
How about the Chicago White Sox? 67.5. This is why, if you're a gambler, this is why you gamble. Chicago White Sox over-under for the year, 67.5. And you know what? Over. Give me the over on the White Sox.
Are you being serious? Are you joking?
I'm being serious. Give me the over.
I was going to say how badly I want to go over, but I thought you were going to kill me. But I do think that this team is talk about a team that got better. This team got a lot better this offseason. Ton better.
It's a major league ball club that's not the worst team in baseball, guaranteed.
I was telling you this in December and January. You were yelling at me.
I mean, they still stink. I got them at 69 wins this year. Nice. But, I mean, maybe they crack 70, but I think their max is 70, 71.
No, this team is fun enough to, again, flirt with being good. Like, hope maybe they can even have a season like the A's had last year. Not as good of a roster by a long shot, but similar to what we said before. Like, this is a team I might tune in to actually watch, which I haven't said about the White Sox in, 4 years.
I don't know how much worse they are than the Angels, and the Angels won 72 games last year.
We'll get to my Angels soon.
Don't talk. Ew, your Angels disgusting. I'm gonna throw up. But what are you taking with the White Sox?
I think I might still be leaning under, but I want to. In my heart, I want to go over.
Well, you have to pick. You have to pick right now because we're gonna keep track of this.
Okay, under.
Under. Okay, I'll take the over there. Cleveland Guardians 79.5. That's unfair.
This is also them being like, we don't know.
This is them saying kind of how we feel too, like no respect. Oh, there's nothing that tells you this Guardians team should win. It's more than 79.5 games, and I've been dogging them all off season.
Everything says this team should win more than 79 games.
But I was going to say they're going to win more. Yeah, they're going to. There's no way that they win less than they're going to win 77 games? No way.
They might. 2 years ago,
they should. No, they should win less than 79.5 games. Will they, though? Probably not.
I mean, something that's going to be really big about this Guardians team is where that rotation winds up. Like, how good are Gavin Williams and Tanner Bybee basically at the same time? And does anyone from Slade or Joey Cantillo emerge to be your true three?
Probably.
Like, I just always assume with them someone will. But 79, like Parker Messick back. Have you seen Daniel Espino in the spring?
He's throwing?
So happy for him, dude.
Good
He's on the
him.
mound.
What is he, 33?
No, he's 25.
God.
He's sitting 95. I'm like, nice. That's awesome. I don't think this team should go over, but like you said, I think they will.
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm picking it is because they've proven me wrong every single year that I've ever watched baseball.
And just watch out when Bazana gets up there if Delauder's healthy.
Ball player.
Manzardo. Like, this is suddenly like an actual baseball lineup that they have of all left-handed hitters. The Guardians will throw out some lineups with like 7 left-handed hitters and 2 switch hitters this year.
Yes, and I do, again, the roster is dog shit in my opinion, but I mean, 80 wins. Anybody could win 80 games, especially when you have Jose Ramirez on your team. He'll just win you 10.
And bullpen and defense really helps you like squeak out games you shouldn't win, and the Guardians will have that.
Literally have that all the time. Oh, what just happened? My bets just completely disappeared.
Mine did too.
Okay, we're back. I refreshed. We're back.
That's bizarre. It happened to both of us.
All right, we're back. They heard us talking, and they said we got to make an adjustment. Did any of the lines move in the time that that would be really funny? I am looking. It looks like they're all the same.
All right, well, now, good precursor here to the best one on the board. The Colorado Rockies, over under 54.5 wins.
Under. We're hammering the under.
This is a sharp under. This line might move down because there's juice on the under. I think 50 would be a fun bet.
They won 43 games last year. So what you're betting right now is the Rockies are going to win 12 more games.
I mean, it's the Jose Quintana difference.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. Again, we love Jose Quintana on any other team besides the Rockies. They gave up 1,000 runs last year. 1,000.
This team's going to be dog water again, and I think that this is a very comfortable under. Also, keep an eye as we go through this. because we still need to find our stake team this year.
Yes, well, yeah. In case you guys don't know, me and James make a stake bet every year on picking two of the worst teams in baseball, and
Or
who's
two
gonna have
teams in
more
the middle.
wins. Yeah, or two teams in the middle. We'll keep an eye on it. They've got to have close over-unders.
Yeah, close over runners, but I think this Rockies are not going to be part of that. There's a firm under.
Yeah, if their win total starts with a 5, that's crazy.
We do Rockies versus Nationals.
Oh, God, it's Nationals all day.
Yeah, sadly it is.
Detroit Tigers 85.5. This is another one that this feels like one of the easier overs in the entire league, right?
I'm proudly going over this one.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer to me. I actually am shocked it's this low.
When I do these, when I just like start to talk these through, I kind of close my eyes and think about where they're going to be before we see them and say them. And to me, they to me felt like an 87, 88.
I was thinking 87. Yeah.
All right. I think it's a firm over. I mean, I think Framber Valdez kind of solved a lot of the problems that we thought they had. I was doing deep, dense fantasy baseball research. Justin Verlander was way better in the second half last year than I could have ever imagined he was. Like this rotation is deep, and McGonigal looks like a piece and a half. Like that dude's a fucking ball player.
If he plays 120 games, they probably easily get to 85 wins.
Roster resource, shout out John Becker, put him on the roster projection as of Thursday, March 5th.
There you go. I mean, he's a ball player, and like with all the other pieces around him, good baseball players, Tarek Skubal and Framber at the top of that rotation. They won 87 last year. They're the clear best team in the AL Central. They should be a 90-win team, in my opinion.
They're the clear best team in the AL Central. I think they have claim to one of the best teams in the American League.
Like, it's funny because we will look at the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Tigers, even not the Tigers, the Mariners, and even the Red Sox, who play in much tougher divisions, and they have higher over-unders when I think the Tigers could be better than a lot of those teams.
This is the same line as the Orioles in a much easier division, but I'd say a much more complete baseball team.
Totally. This is actually my new favorite over, without a doubt.
Yeah. Tigers and Cubs, those are our teams this year.
Central, baby. little coast bias. All right. Like, look at this. The Houston Astros, 86.5. They can't be projected for more wins than the Tigers. They can't.
Well, this is why we had to ask one question for every team, because do we give the Astros the benefit of the doubt? I think an 86.5 line for this roster, you're really giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Tremendously so.
And it's not that I even hate this line. It's just I think the Tigers are a way better team. And again, the better division. The Astros are going to have to go through the Mariners. They're going to have to beat them. And I just don't see a world where they're better than them. And in order to get to this 86.5 wins, I think you have to be better than the Mariners. They got to 87 last year. You can make an argument the Astros are worse.
But we were talking about it before. This is a bet also about how bad or how good the Rangers, the A's, and the Angels are. I think that those teams probably skew a tiny bit better. And again, with this Astros club, like, unless Tatsuya Imai or Mike Burrows, something happens with those guys and they take a big leap forward. Also, Imai's not throwing his fastball in the major leagues.
Yeah, shocker.
In the spring so far, he's been throwing many more sinkers. Maybe it's just getting the sinker ready, but I don't know what's going to happen with him. It feels to me like this team is going to have to scratch and claw, and they to me feel like more of a 500 team than 86-win team.
And I'll say this, I think 86 might be their ceiling for me right now in the regular season. And that's if everyone's healthy, which hasn't happened in the last couple of years for this Astros team. I'm taking the under.
Yeah, I think this is a firm under.
Your Kansas City Royals, James, 82.5. Talk about a killer line right
Such
here.
a good line.
This is such a good line. Explain to me why I'm going to be taking the over.
I think the big reason you got to take the over for this Kansas City Royals line is just because the depth of the back of that rotation, baby.
There it is.
It's a major league veteran bullpen. It's a rotation that has a 5-star, there's a 6-star, there's a 7-star, there's an 8-star. But the one thing about this team that scares me is that their 1 through 5 is of the rotation I'm a little afraid of right now still.
Yes.
Like, we've been talking about some Cole Reagan's lines off camera, and
under.
It seems like, I don't know, there's an expectation right now in Cole Reagan's where if he pitches, he will be one of the best pitchers in the entire league. I just don't know if he's going to pitch.
Because he hasn't ever.
And Chris Bubich, again, the stuff has popped again in the spring, but like I'm very worried about his health. Like Seth Lugo, everything went deeply in the wrong direction last season. I'm not sure what the future holds for Seth Lugo. Back to the bullpen, that could be funny. And Carlos Estevez, how closely do you pay attention to spring training stuff and stats?
I mean, it just can't look good.
He's been throwing like 88, 90. But like he's done this in the past. He's come on slowly. There's just definitely something like, this, are you gonna come on this slowly? Like
it's like the Mikal Bridges hitch he gets every year. It's like, come on, man, like get with it. Why don't we speed up?
You mean Mikal Bridges top 10 in win shares in the NBA? Mikal Bridges?
True?
Yeah, it is true.
That's unbelievable.
But this team is just, there's a lot of quality major leaguers in a lot more spots than they had in the past. There's huge boom potential with Vinny, Jack, Carter Jensen.
Especially with those fences being moved in. Vinny Pasquantino might be a 40 home run guy this year.
Or the fences destroy this pitching staff and the hitters get like 2 extra home runs each.
I'll take the over with you, though.
Yeah, I got to take this over. These are my Royals.
They won 82 games last year. They would have won more, 83. There we go.
And I think it's a better team they had last year by a long shot.
I agree. They definitely are a much better team. All right. Los Angeles Angels, 70.5. Oh, they're one of the few ones that we're seeing a plus anywhere on here. Nobody's picking them for over.
Except me.
Wow, you're taking them?
I kind of like that 70 number.
You are trying to convince me that the pitching's not as bad as it really is.
I don't think the pitching's as hot garbage. I mean, I'm a big Jose Soriano guy. Like, I'm leaving every fantasy draft with him. And Kikuchi, too. Like, these are major league caliber baseball players. And you love Zach Netho. Zach Netho right now in the high stakes fantasy league is like a top 25 pick.
That feels kind of crazy.
It's way too much.
Yeah.
But this, like,
Dude,
70.
they suck, man.
And I'll say this too, like seeing that 70.5 plus 100 under 70.5 minus 120 when we're recording this, that's going to wind up being 69. Nice, and then they're coming back for that 70 number. Now that's when I'll take my Angels.
Yeah, I'll take them under. I mean, they're choosing to roster guys like Vaughn Grissom and Alek Manoah, and the bullpen's really not interesting at all.
Have you read the 2019 MLB pipeline rankings?
No, why? Is this what the Angels roster looks like?
You damn should, because the Angels are rock solid right now. Also, like, we're also 1 year removed of Kirby Yates being a very good reliever. Like, I think he could just be a very solid backhand guy.
100.
When Robert Stevens, yeah, he is, but like he is. When he pitches, he's all right. Like, Zephyr John last year flashed early. Stevenson came back last year from injury and was good. And
it's got to be one of the oldest bullpens in baseball.
Ever. I mean, we already talked about the Braves. I think I probably am drinking a little too much Kool-Aid on Reed Detmers and Jose Soriano.
I think a little bit.
I'm fine to go down with the ship.
That's fine. Go down with the ship. You're getting plus
My
money
Angels.
at least.
My Angels.
James Angels, I'll take the under on 70.5. All right. LA Dodgers, 102.5 wins. Last year, they won 93, and I'm going to be smashing the under on this one. Not because the Dodgers aren't good. It's because they do not give a shit about the regular season. They have no interest in winning 102 games, truthfully.
No, similarly, this feels like one of the easiest bets on the board. I just don't think this team is, like you said, they're not going to exert any level of effort whatsoever in the regular season.
No, if you take the over on this, talk about a sucker. You are the sucker. You're the casual that's DraftKings is poaching. They're like, please give us your money, please.
I do also wonder about how much we start to see this team try to do any kind of load management with their position players.
A ton. We've already heard Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman stuff already this offseason.
I mean, I'll even just to give you guys ages on opening day. Like Shohei Ohtani's 31 years old. He'll be 32 a few months into the season. Kyle Tucker's 29. Mookie Betts is 33. Freddie Freeman's 36. He'll be almost 37 by the time the season's over. Will Smith's turning 31 just after opening day. Max Muncy's almost 36 years old. Teoscar Hernandez is 33, and he was terrible last season. Like, this team knows they need to save those guys' bullets. This Dodgers team was not good offensively in the postseason last year. Really outside of Ohtani, especially in that game against the Brewers. Like, they were scratching and clawing against the Blue Jays, do anything they could. And they did it when they had to. I think they might have learned their lesson a little bit, and I do think that they might really pull back some workloads finally for these position players in the season. And they'll be so happy to let the Cubs have the number 1 seed in the National League.
Yeah, they couldn't care less. Get to the playoffs, and they're like, and then we'll go balls to the wall and we'll beat you because we're the best team in baseball. But yeah, under 102.5 for sure.
100% under.
Miami Marlins, 72.5. Woo-hoo! This is a good line right here, James.
This is a good line. This is one. I don't know where to go on this because they've really kind of taken away from their ball club in the last couple of months.
And you got to assume that Sandy's not on this team at the latest by the second half. So
weren't we making those assumptions last year?
Yeah, but I think you have. He's a free agent, isn't he? The next year, you have to get rid of him.
I think unless what if this team's in the race? What if
then you hold him, but that's also very not Peter Bendix like.
You're right. Like they could even be 500, they'd probably still trade him.
I think there's a very good chance that they trade him no matter what. He is not a Miami Marlin when the year ends, unless he's like, please let me. I'm going to sign the cheapest extension ever with you guys.
Yeah, but
and then he still might trade him.
72 is a low number.
It is low. They won 79 games last year.
Yeah.
To be fair, their expected win-loss last year was 72, and we do know, watching some of those games, they really scraped and clawed to get some wins.
But they found their ways because their bullpen actually looked pretty good. Their rotation was great for the last 2 months, and this team plays good defense. Like, just Marcy, Otto Lopez, Xavier Edwards, center field, shortstop, second base. Like, that's quite solid as an up-the-middle trio.
I do wonder if we see teams really, really, really go crazy with running on them because
they did last year.
I know, but
it's like the most ever.
Even more because you're like, yeah, Augustine Ramirez, Liam Hicks, good luck. You got no chance. Their outfield defense besides Marcy is not very good either. So
does Stowers have a cannon?
I think he has a good arm, but I don't think he runs particularly well. Also, let's see if they do it again. This is a bet on if the Marlins do it again.
Dude, last year the Marlins allowed 191 stolen bases. They only caught 24 guys.
I mean, they might see 300 this year.
The next closest team was the Astros at 157. They caught 30.
Damn.
I wrote about this every single week for Otherworld last year, stolen base column. And every week I was like, whoever's playing the Marlins, they're running like crazy.
Yeah.
Like the whole league is aware of this right now. And it wasn't even just Augustine Ramirez. It was the pitchers as well. Edward Cabrera, who's gone now, is not good holding runners on.
Sandy's horrible.
Is horrible holding runners on. Liam Hicks wasn't that good behind the plate either. Like this team is super susceptible to stolen base, and they will be again this season.
I am going to take the over though. 74 win team for me.
Yeah, I can't 70. Even if you just play competent baseball, you're going to go win more than 72 games.
And they will play competent baseball. They won't be good. They won't be an exciting team by any means, but they'll play competent baseball.
Definitely, I think this starting pitching also just winds up better than we kind of perceive it to be, even after the losses of Ryan Weathers and Edward Cabrera.
Yeah, maybe. You haven't sold me on that one yet, but maybe I'll be proven wrong.
I'm locked in. Yuri, Sandy, Robbie Snelling, baby.
I was going to say, don't get me excited about Braxton Garrett, please, God.
No, I won't do that one. But I think this will be a slide over, but I just don't feel good about it.
Milwaukee Brewers, 84.5. This is way too low.
Smash over.
Yeah,
this
is
is devil magic. How,
how are you giving them 5 more wins than the Guardians? Come on, stop it. Me and you talk about and kind of give the Brewers some crap about getting worse this offseason, but they were a 97-win team. They're probably still hovering around that 90-win margin still this year.
I just think that they will win games you don't expect them to win. It's the kind of things that maybe don't get modeled out superficially, and that's how these sports books are creating these numbers, like things like bullpen and defense. You will just win more close games. The Brewers do it every single year. They will do it again.
And they still have good players. They still hit well.
Tons of good players. The lineup is legitimately good, and I know that their starting pitching depth looks a bit questionable at this moment. Like, we're going to see Sproat, Gasser, Shane Drone, like Kyle Harrison. All of these guys are going to wind up being good this year. Every single one of them. So I just can never believe this team will win fewer than like 86, 87 games.
No, wait, where are the Cincinnati Reds? Cincinnati Reds aren't on this list because no Hunter Green.
Oh, yeah, so the line's not there right now.
Well, should we look one up real quick and find another book that's got a Cincinnati Reds line?
I guess let's wait till the end. I mean, let's notice if anybody else didn't have a line.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look here. Be right back. I think we have the rest of the numbers here. We'll talk about the Reds at the end because I'm sure we'll find it on another book at this point. Let's go to the Minnesota Twins, 72.5. Under, yeah. I mean, without Pablo Lopez, tough. Without Pablo Lopez and Joe Ryan, impossible.
Yeah, this was a team that I was going to be kind of like annoyingly talking about them going over the season before those 2 injuries cropped up. And at this point, I mean, we loved how Simeon Richardson looked last September, and we're still intrigued by Taj Bradley, Zebby Matthews, Mick Gable. Like, there's a crew of interesting pitchers on this club, but I don't know. It's gonna be a lot about Royce Lewis and Matt Wallner.
And I got to imagine that similarly, if there's anybody with an ounce of trade value, they're gonna eventually make the decision to move on from them because, I know Byron Buxton wants to stay, but free him. Let him go. Let him go somewhere, please. Unless he really, really doesn't want to leave Minnesota. But we heard he was a little disgruntled that they didn't shut down the trade rumors this offseason.
Yeah, again, similarly, talk about defense and bullpen helps you win a lot of close games. I don't like this team's bullpen or defense at all.
I think their best arm's like Cody Funderburk.
Taylor Rogers is back there.
Oh, Taylor Rogers is there. I forgot about him.
Cole Sands, Anthony Banda, Andrew Chafin, Eric Orza.
What do they have? All the lefties?
Yeah, they're opening their bullpen right now. It's projected at 4 lefties.
That can't work.
I mean, it could possibly. We'll see that, but again, I love Luke Keeschel. He's not a great defender or shortstop. I don't really like.
He's playing short.
Oh, second. Head was moving too quick. Brooks Lee also is just.
Who cares? Yeah,
he could play defense a little bit, but he's not. The bat's nowhere near where you kind of expected it to be. It's just this team is bad, and they're going to lose a lot of 50-50 games.
An extremely competitive though, 70-win team.
Yeah, they'll annoy you. Like, your team will play a 3-game series in Minnesota. You'll lose 2 out of 3, and you'll just be like, "What?" You'll start
rip your hair out. Yeah,
hurl expletives left and right. But that's what's gonna happen.
Our New York Mets, James, 90.5. God, I hate this line so much. I hate this. I hate seeing 90.
Why is it 90?
It's too high, but it's not. But it is.
It probably is a touch too high.
Take off my Mets hat and see my hat hair, it's an under. Put on my Mets hat, it's a way over. It's a way over. 98 wins for the Mets now.
I think this is just a sharp line. I see the Mets being like an 88-win team.
That's where I was thinking. 88,
84,
89.
86. That's.
If they're 84, I'll be depressed. 86 has got to be the floor.
Well, I think 84 is if the Mets won 84 games last year, they would have been in the playoffs. I think that's kind of the famous last words, close to the floor of this team.
Yeah.
And the thing that we got scared about, again, talking about, is bullpen and defense. We think this defense will be good.
Should be better.
It'll definitely be better. I don't know if it'll be good. And then the question around Francisco Lindor right now, things are moving in the right direction for him playing opening day, but it remains to be seen. In this rotation, while it looks gross, like Freddie Peralta and Nolan McClain are dope at the top.
Really good.
We got 7 guys. They're not all good. We got 7 of them.
Yes, they exist, and that's something we haven't been able to say a lot.
Yeah, and for a lot of these teams, that's kind of how you sneak your way into like these slide overs. Like seeing a guy like Christian Scott look electric in his first time on the mound in a year, 2 years, basically almost 2 years. Like that gives you confidence for spot starts in May, June, July.
If this was 88.5, I'd be taking the over, but at 90.5, I lean under. As a non-biased fan, as me, Mark Luino, Giraffe Neck Mark, that's an easy over.
I'm still going to take the under for the purpose of this video.
New York Yankees, 90.5. Man, would they just get lazy and said both the New York teams here? Just because, I mean, they won 94 games last year, and they didn't even win the division. They
won 94 games last year, and I think most of their fans would say they sucked.
And I would say they sucked.
I think this is a firm over. This Yankees team is good.
If they don't win 90 games, it's a catastrophe.
Well, I guess think about how how catastrophe can happen, and it's just if these pitching injuries don't heal as expected. Like, you are entering opening day, and you're not going to have Garrett Cole or Carlos Rodon on the roster. You'll likely have them very shortly after that, but
probably
you'll have them on opening day. So it's like how you have 2 guys on opening day that could really break easily, and Ryan Weathers and Luis Hill.
And it looks like Anthony Volpe's not playing, which will help the total go up.
I mean, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, those tickets are going to sell like hotcakes.
But this isn't over for me.
No, this team's really good. It's very, very easy over.
Yeah, if they don't win 91 games, they should burn it down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they will. I mean, let's moving on. Similar vibe.
Philadelphia Phillies should be over, and I will be taking the over.
Under.
Wow.
I might stand up on this take this year. Philly hates me on Twitter already.
Good. Take it. Take some heat off me.
I think that this team is cruising for a bruising.
Well, yeah, of course they're cruising for a bruising. They said let's run it back again.
They are one thing going really wrong from the wheels completely flying off. For once, they could get back, of course, next season. I'm not saying like the era's over, but like for this season, if Zach Wheeler, and all the reports are still very positive about Zach Wheeler, I totally get that. He's just coming off a blood clot. He had to rearrange nerves with thoracic outlet syndrome in his shoulder.
Got his rib.
And last year, you had the second healthy season of Jesus Luzardo's entire career. Like, if that just doesn't happen again, I think also Aaron Nola will absolutely be better this season. No doubt about that whatsoever. But if Wheeler isn't 100% by Memorial Day, which I still think would be a great outcome for him, and then anything goes wrong with either Sanchez or Luzardo, I don't even think they get close to this number.
Wow. Okay.
But the bullpen is nasty. I will say that. I was talking about bullpen and defense.
Well, their defense is horrible.
The defense is horrible, but they have a center fielder and a shortstop who will be plus defenders. So I give them that.
Who's playing center field that I'm forgetting?
Crawford.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about it.
Yes, Justin Crawford will be a very good defender. And Marsh is a good defender. Like, their outfield defense will be good. Stott's still a great defender at second base. They're good defenders where it really matters. Like, Bohm is still a butcher, of course. But, like, and this bullpen's really good. Something can definitely go wrong for this team.
Boy, do I hope you're right. I'm going to take the over because they won 96 games last year, and I think the worst case is they win like 90 and like finish in second because the Mets win 91.
Well, think about them winning 96 last year. Like, the rest of the division, every single team took a shit.
Of course. But the Marlins also were way better.
Yeah, the Marlins were way better, but like not even good enough to still compete with the way that Phillies team was last year. They're gonna hate me. The pitchforks are going to be out. I'm gonna continue to get horrible things sent to my DMs by Phillies fans because that's what they are. But I think they're going under.
Okay, all right. Listen, I hope you are right. I can't see it. I just the way I see the Phillies is that they're just gonna do the same shit again, which is get knocked out early, which will put a big smile on my face, and that's all that I really care about.
That's what I alluded to before. If we really think that the Mets and the Braves can go over and get close to their lines, one of those three teams has to kind of go a bit under it.
To be fair, you took the Braves over, right?
Yes.
And I took the Braves under.
Okay, yes. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, flip-flop on the Phillies and Braves.
I took the Mets under, but yeah, remains to be seen.
Pittsburgh Pirates, 78.5. Oh, we're a little late. We're a little late to this. It was like 72 at the beginning of spring training, and it's gone up like 6, which is kind of crazy. I would have loved it lower. I don't love where it's at right now. I'm drinking the Pirates Kool-Aid, but not this much. I'll be taking the under.
Do you think they're a playoff team?
I think if everything goes right, they're a playoff team, but that's not going to happen, right? I mean, it can't happen. I want the Pirates to do so well, and I guess, you know what, for the vibes, for Pittsburgh, we're taking the over, but everything in my brain tells me under. Everything in my heart tells me over.
I think one of my favorite spring training storylines has just been following the Connor Griffin saga and the fact that he's like, I think we can all tell if he's a special baseball player, but at the same time, as we record this on Thursday, March 5th in the evening, he is 3 for 15 or 3 for
two of those are those home runs against Ranger Suarez.
And all 3 are home runs. All 3 hits.
The third one was a home run too.
All 3 are hits. 3 for 14. He has not drawn a walk either, which that's a dog move for your Connor Griffin.
Go out there swinging.
I'm not here to walk. I'm not making this team with walks, but
I'm not here to play school.
It's I still his ADP in fantasy leagues up in like 140 now too, and we have not even close to an indication he'll be on this team on opening day.
That's nuts.
Like I get so scared about the Pirates themselves about if they're going to actually play this kid because I think this is huge for this number.
It is huge. If he plays, it's very in play.
And I'm not even saying that because I think Connor Griffin will step on the field as an MVP candidate. I don't even think by a long shot. Like I think this year, if he winds up, even if he plays like 120 games and he has 20 home runs and steals 25 bags and has like a 260 average, that's a great outcome for Connor Griffin.
Yes.
It's like what Bobby Witt did his first time around the league. But it's to signal to the rest of the team, we're fucking trying. Go. Like this kid's here. We're ready to go. Like it's different now.
It's a vibes play.
Ryan O'Hearn compared them. He's like, I haven't been around many teams with this much buzz. This feels like the Orioles club from a few years ago.
It does. It does feel like that a little bit.
Kind of. Not really, I don't think. But
not the same, but.
And what we're talking about for all these lines, defense, bullpen. Bad. Under.
Yeah. Again, brain under, heart over. Let's go City of Pittsburgh. A few more here. We've got the San Diego Padres, 83.5. So this is a great line. This is a really, really good line. And I think because I'm going under on the Dodgers, I think I have to take over on the Padres, even though I don't love the Padres winning like 85 games, but I also don't love them winning 82 games.
I like this Padres team to go over, but I think they'll just be scratching, clawing for a wild card spot.
They'll be like the worst wild card team,
or the team that just misses, similar to the Mets last year. Like I think that's where they wind up. This roster is really good at the top, but very incomplete after that. But I don't think it's bad enough to go under 500.
I agree.
There's too many pieces there.
Yeah, again, we talked about worst case scenario and we said they have one of the worst, but like that's not the world we're living in.
And I do think that they shored up that worst case scenario just enough by getting all the old men to be the back of
just to figure it out.
Like just having Walker Buehler, Herman Marquez, Tristan McKenzie, like Randy Vasquez being okay, Joe Musgrove looks healthy, like just
probably
getting bodies.
3 extra wins over JP Sears, which probably guarantees you aren't going to go 500.
Literally, that's just there's enough warm bodies in between like Randy Vasquez and like starting and Kyle, between Kyle Hart in your rotation.
Yeah, which you don't want Kyle Hart out there.
No, sadly, no disrespect to Kyle Hart, but this team will go over slightly. But you don't feel good about placing that bet.
Seattle Mariners 89.5 wins. This one to me is an over. This is over.
It feels over to me. I wonder if this keeps climbing and you could find a way to go under because similar to what we said, reverse of the Padres, they need to get creative for their starting pitching depth. And I think their creativity will be in the form of promoting top prospects quicker than we expect.
Sloan and Anderson.
Like my bold prediction here is that we see Ryan Sloan in the major leagues. Like the fact that he's debuting the slider now and he still has that changeup. Like
and he's still throwing dots.
He looks like he could be the best or one of the best pitching prospects in baseball. Like the stuff is that good. The mound presence, everything is. Will this team put him in the major leagues when he's only had like I think a cup of coffee in Double-A?
He's like a hard 20.
Is he a hard 20? He was a high school kid.
I think he's not 21 yet. Am I mistaken?
Oh, he's 20. He just turned 20.
That's what I'm saying. He's a hard 20. Like
he turned 20 in January.
Full 20.
Oh my God!
Like he almost can't make it up, but he might be because he's that good.
He didn't touch Double-A last year. I'm an idiot. He got a cup of coffee in High A.
Yeah, but he's that good.
He is that. But again, I just don't know who takes over and gets pitching depth for them. I really don't.
I mean, like Kate Anderson's still there.
But I don't think Kate Anderson gets that right 1 year after being drafted unless he like
maybe
shuts
by
the
June,
world
July.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like this if you bet over on the Mariners, it's a bet on Cooper Criswell.
It's not. It's not.
It kind of is. You're betting on Dane Dunning. You're betting on Emerson Hancock because we already have a Bryce Miller injury. We really do.
Of course, yeah.
He already has a lot. And like, Woo, Kirby, Gilbert. It's like if anything happens to one of these guys, like 20% of the Mariners games is going to be started by like Cooper Criswell or Dane Dunning.
Yeah, but the lineup's still so good. They're a great team. They're winning 90 games plus this year, no problem.
They're a really good team. Again, I started this by saying and betting over, but I could really see an under.
Okay. All right, James. There you go. Pick both sides.
I'm betting over. My official take is over, but it's not as strong as I thought it was going to be.
San Francisco Giants, 80.5. Oh, man, this is
disgusting.
another incredible line.
If you bet this one, you got to call the number.
Yeah, this is 1-800 Gamblers Anonymous if you're betting Giants over under, because they are a 500 baseball team. They are the most 500 baseball team I've ever seen in my entire life. And because I'm saying that, I'm taking the under.
Okay, you think the win total is going to start with a 7?
Yeah, if the Dodgers are down, that implies that someone else is going to have to be up, and I think that's going to be the Padres. Man, they almost have to be over, though, because of all the other teams taking the under. But they're so mid.
I think they're going to be slightly over just on the midness.
I did say they're 500. That's 81, and that is over.
Think about all the pumping you have to do for this division because of how bad the Rockies are.
That is true. You probably win. Well, you play 13 times a year. You probably guarantee 11 wins.
10?
Yeah, 10 at the absolute worst. You lose a couple games in Colorado.
Yeah, the Coors games are more toss-ups, but this Giants team is aggressively mid, and I think mid's better than 80 wins.
That's fair. All right, you know what? I did say 500. That's 81. I'll take the over now. You've convinced me.
And it's pretty good defense in that club. Bad bullpen, good defense.
St. Louis Cardinals, 69.5. You want to hear my crazy take?
Yeah?
Over.
Really?
I think this is I think they're a 73-74 win team.
It's a lot of belief. I was going to say I'm excited to place this bet myself and go under.
Well, I would love to root for the under because, again, Cardinals fans, how tough of a life you've lived, Cardinals fans. Feel so bad for you. I hope that they win 50 games. I hope they stink it up. I hate the Cardinals. But
no, you should want the opposite then. You should want your 73-win future.
Yeah, of course. Well, no, why?
Because I don't know. I mean,
you think 73 wins is just worse for the psyche?
Probably, yeah.
Like, just congrats,
you're 12th pick in the draft. Yeah.
Congrats, you're not that bad.
You can't really build any excitement. I guess there's a lottery now, so it doesn't really matter. It's not. I mean, it's only once
73
in a while.
wins keeps Ollie Marmol's job. They go under 69.5. He's out of here. I don't care what that extension says.
I don't think anybody talks about Ali Marmol more than you do.
I hate him.
I don't even think do Cardinals fans even talk about him this much?
Can't possibly.
Like this lineup might be atrocious.
Let me see how bad this is going to be. I don't know. 69 for them to win 69 games feels crazy. Feels nuts.
This roster sucks.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But like, I do think J.J. Weatherholt's going to be a good ball player. Nootbaar's solid. Ivan Herrera's a good hitter. Alec Burleson's good. Like, I think those four guys are good.
Yeah, professionals.
Nolan Gorman probably stinks. Mason Wynn is an elite defensive shortstop. The rest of it, whatever. They're probably going to play good defense, right?
Probably ish. I mean, they definitely will with at least just Mason Wynn just makes you a good defensive
And Victor
team.
Scott.
Yeah, Victor Scott. Those guys can't hit, but man, you got good defensive
They
spots.
cannot hit for a shit. No.
But I guess if Nolan Gorman plays third, I don't think he's gonna be a good defender there.
Like, their pitching makes me sick to my stomach. But Liberatore showed signs last year. They have so many fives. They got 5 5s.
Dude, May and Palante is gonna be batting practice. Like they're gonna get smacked around. I think they're going under, and I'm excited to see it happen.
I'll take the over on the Cardinals. Cardinals might be one of our stake bet teams.
That could be a stake bet team.
Little Cardinals Nationals or something like that.
Ooh, Nationals.
Cardinals Angels. Ooh. I think it's Cardinals Angels, James.
Might be Cardinals Angels.
I think it's Cardinals Angels. They're both like 70.5 wins.
70.5 and 69.5.
And you're gonna have to root for fucking Mike Trout.
You're gonna have to root for the Cardinals.
I know. It's both of our worst days.
It's gonna be hard. We have to see when those teams are playing a series.
Yes.
I'll kind of determine this.
Let's get to Anaheim. Watch that game.
Tampa Bay Rays 77.5.
Oh boy, huh?
So this is a Tropicana bet.
Yeah, and they won 77 last year. The pitching's bad. I'm gonna take the over. The pitching can't be as bad as it was last year going to a stadium that's historically bad to hit in. So
the one thing about them winning 77 last year is because the Orioles fell off.
True.
For the Rays to go over in this bet, they probably can't come in last.
But also, they could be a 78 team win in last place.
They could get close.
Because if you just feast on the rest of the AL East, AL American League. My bad.
You would have to rip the rest of them, but that's like them winning 77 last year and coming in 4th place and looking at where that division stacks up right now is why I was leaning under for them.
Okay, I can see that reasoning.
Because as of right now, I really can't see strong bust potential in any of the other 4 teams.
Man, their lineup is so bad. You're right. Their lineup.
It's so bad. And that field, they're going to have a week where they don't score more than like 3 runs in a game.
Yeah, this lineup's actually really, really, really bad. Under is the right pick.
It's terrible.
It's the right pick.
The rotation will be good. The bullpen will be great. But that lineup, they're going to
Cedric
have
Mullins
times.
might hit fucking 4th.
Last year in Steinbrenner Field, they went through spurts weeks at a time where they couldn't even muster up 3 runs in a game.
Yeah, It's bad.
It's
a bad
so bad.
lineup.
It just pains me to say, but they're going under.
Yeah, they're going to go under as well, and that is where the money is based on the lines. 4 more teams to talk about. Texas Rangers up next, 83.5, considered to be one of the most unlucky teams in baseball last year. Their expected win-loss was 90 wins, which is kind of crazy because they won 81. They were expected to be so much better. Their run differential was the best in the American League West, and they finished in third place with a .500 record. Truly shocking. And all of that, and I still don't care. I'll be taking the under just because I don't know if you get 300-plus innings out of Nathan Eovaldi and Jacob deGrom again. I just don't know if you do it.
I'm with you. I basically have nothing else to add. I think that was great analysis there. And I do think
pretty much it.
Yeah, nailed that one. And
Corey Seager probably plays 90 games again. Like
defense and bullpen.
And they're bad.
This team might have one of the worst defenses in the entire league.
Yeah, which kind of explains why their expected win-loss last year was so off from where they were.
Also one of the worst bullpens in the entire league. Like, you put those together, and that's how you get unlucky.
One pitching injury, it's over. It's over.
You might get that soon.
Yeah. Toronto Blue Jays, 88.5. Woohoo! This is another good one. This is a good line.
I don't really know what to make of this Blue Jays team. Some days I wake up and I'm like, they're going back to the World Series. And some days I wake up, I'm like, they might come in last. Like,
I do think this is low, though.
I don't think it's that low. I think that
they play good defense. They've got good bullpen.
Great defense. They play great defense. They have good bullpen. They don't have great bullpen. They have good bullpen.
Good bullpen.
Yes. And this rotation is a little bit weaker than we thought it was at the beginning of spring training. I mean, at least at the beginning of February.
I never really counted on Bieber at all. I know a lot of people did. I didn't count on him in the slightest because even when we saw him last year, he was kind of not very good.
I mean, Scherzer's back too. He'll just pitch whenever, I guess.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, whenever. I mean, he was fine in the regular season last year. He's good for that.
I think losing Anthony Santander helps. They won so many more games without him. I love Okamoto. I'm obsessed with Okamoto.
Yeah, you really are.
I think he's just such the easy rookie of the year, and I think he's going to be awesome. Slot him in for 20 and 100.
What's the over-under on George Springer's OPS?
I think you got to go like 810?
810 seems low.
You think so?
Let's see what the projections give him right now.
I think it's got to be 810. I know he was like 970 last year, but like
right now the projections actually have him hovering right around 8.
I think it starts with an 8. I just don't know how high it's going to be. Also, if he has another 900 OPS, they're winning 95 games. It's that simple.
The Bad X Derek Carly's projection system, usually one of the best at value at projecting hitters, has him 820. And then the low man on George Springer is Zips at 780. Oh, oopsie, it's 779.
That feels a little low.
Yeah. Probably winds up just right in the middle of 800.
Yeah, probably.
And that's kind of just where he goes.
I'm taking the Blue Jays over here.
Oh, man. I'm taking them over because I trust them, but I don't feel great about it.
I think I've almost taken the over on every American League East team, by the way.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Can't possibly happen.
Can't work out like that.
2 teams. We'll save the Reds for last. We've got the Washington Nationals here at 65.5. This is one of the easiest unders there is.
They might compete with the Rockies.
Yeah, they won 66 games last year, and they just got rid of Mackenzie Gore on what was the worst pitching staff in baseball.
Maybe we're being stupid then. Maybe there's just elements of this team that we're missing.
No, we're not.
How'd they even win 66 last year? I guess just the series against the Mets at the end of the season.
Yeah, like James. Miles Michaelis is going to get 140 innings.
Beatty smacked Knop's field tomorrow.
Yeah, the guy stinks. He's horrible. He's almost never been good. Like, I like Cade Cavalli, and I do hope we see Josiah Gray pitch well coming back from a big injury, New York kid. But, like, this bullpen, name their best reliever. Name who's going to get the most saves for the Nationals this year. You can't even name a guy.
Oh, Clayton Beether for sure.
Maybe.
I think so.
For sure. I don't know. If you told me Clayton Beeter had a bad week 1 and he got DFA'd, you wouldn't blink an eye.
No, I wouldn't blink an eye, but he missed bats last year. He threw 96. Yeah. Ugh. He definitely missed bats.
This team stinks.
No, I think they're going under.
But they're choosing to play Caber Ruiz when they have Harry Ford.
We'll see how much they choose to do that. I think this team also wants to lose games, and that'll be a big part of their nexus this year. They are terrible. I wish you were a little bit more in on them. I would have tried to get you White Sox over Nationals.
Hell no, absolutely not. I'm Cardinals Angels all day.
Cardinals Angels looks like where we might be right now.
And then the final team, the Reds. We're gonna look up a line for them real quick. So before the Reds got taken off the board, it was 81.5. That's according to BetMGM. It's probably gonna move to 79.5 probably.
I mean, I think it just depends on what happens to Hunter Green. Like
Yeah.
if Hunter Green's out for the year, that might go to 76.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if Hunter Green just is like, all right, rest and rehab, it probably does move down to like 79, like you said.
Which is really interesting because, man, 81.5 is about exactly where I'd expect the Reds to be.
I did see them more like 78 to 80, but yeah, similar. I still think this is probably an under team. Last year they definitely overachieved. There's good young talent here. The bullpen was good. I think the defense is fine, but I don't know. For this team to go over 500, things have to go right.
Yeah, and everything went right last year, which I know is probably not true, but it is. Like the Braves, the Mets, they stunk. They were horrible last year. Those are two. The Diamondbacks were horrible last year. You just go through like the MLB or the National League standings in 2025, and you can look at the teams that should have been ahead of the Reds and weren't, and you can be like, that's how the Reds got to 83 wins.
I think the biggest thing about the Reds to describe how everything went so well for them last year is that didn't they go about 500 over the last 2 months of the season
And
they made
games
up
on the Mets.
They made up like 14 games on the Mets.
Yeah, which is
just to give a sense.
Is great. Like the Giants were not a competitive team really. Like I tend to think that they're 81 with Hunter Green.
Yeah, basically, which is where the line was. So I think that no matter what happens with Hunter Green, if that line comes out and it's over 70, 78, 77, I think I'm still going under.
You guys can let us know down in the comment section your favorite over-unders. We gave you some good picks. Let us know. We're going to keep track of this, come back at the end of the year, see who wins between me and James. Make sure you're subscribed to the Windup so you don't miss out on any of the baseball content coming at you. We got so much dropping, so make sure you stick around. You can follow James on social media at
James Shiano.
And I'm Draft Nick Mark. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.